Why are you so bothered? She asked, leaving him speechless. He looks away, sighing, clearly not having an answer. Idiot, how can anyone be so confused about their own feelings? His sister flicked his forehead. I don't know. I just don't know what is happening. I've always loved Sarah. Then why suddenly everything is not feeling like before? It's like I've gotten a closure, he let out. So you're saying you don't love Sarah anymore? His sister asked. Honestly, at this point, I can't say anything. Without Ryan, everything feels dull. My thoughts revolve around her. My mind is stuck on her. Her smile, her eyes, her way of talking, literally everything looks perfect. Taehyung looked down. The room fell quiet for a moment before a chuckle was heard from the door. Both brother and sister's gaze turned to the entrance, just to see Sarah standing there with a smile. Tae's eyes widened. Thank God you finally realized, Sarah said, walking towards them. Unni, I really thought I had to marry him, she said to Taehyung's sister, who chuckled. The guy stood there, utterly confused. What is going on? He finally asked, and the girls gave each other a high five while laughing at him. It's funny how you didn't notice my engagement ring, Sarah said, showing him her ring finger. You're engaged? He exclaimed, shocked. Yes, she is. I knew it before that Ryan would call your ex. So me and Sarah planned a little something. To make you realize your feelings. His sister ruffled his hair. They just blinked twice, processing the new information, so it was all just an act. Are you guys crazy? Does Ryan know about it? Well, not yet. Sarah checked her wristwatch. And I don't think so she'll know about it unless you run to the airport right now. She smiled at him sarcastically. He stared at them with wide eyes. I'll see you both when I return. They glared at them before running out of the room. Without a moment's hesitation, Taehyung raced through the crowded streets barefoot. Narrowly avoiding traffic as he made his way to the airport. His mind raced with thoughts of all the times he had let Ryan down. All the missed opportunities. Now, as she was about to embark on a new chapter in her life, he knew he just couldn't let her go without at least trying to make amends. He managed to get a taxi, finally reaching the airport. Taehyung sprinted through the terminal. Scanning the crowd for any sign of Ryan, his heart pounded in his chest as he pushed past travelers and airport staff. Desperation driving him forward, he called out, his voice echoing through the busy terminal. But as he reached the gate where her flight was departing, Taehyung's heart sank. The gate was empty. Save for a few strugglers making their way to their own flights. Panic set in as he realized that he may have missed his chance to say goodbye. Frantically, Taehyung approached a nearby airport employee, his voice shaking with urgency. Excuse me, did a girl named Ryan just board a flight to abroad? He asked, his eyes pleading for any sign of hope. The employee checked her computer and shook her head sadly. I'm sorry, sir, we don't have any such data, she replied sympathetically. Taehyung's heart dropped as he realized that he had missed his chance. Tears welled up in his eyes as he sank to the ground, the weight of his regret crushing him. How could he have been so blind to what was right in front of him? How could he have let wine slip through his fingers without even realizing it? As he sat there, lost in his thoughts, a voice cut through the chaos of the airport. Taehyung? It was Wyan's voice, filled with surprise and confusion. They looked up, his heart leaping in his chest. There she was, standing before him with her bags in hand. A look of disbelief on her face. Wyan, is that you? He stammered, unable to find the right words to express his feelings. Wyan's eyes softened. She looked at him, a mixture of sadness and understanding in her gaze as she kneeled down at his level. What are you doing here? She asked softly. Tears streamed down Taehyung's face as he reached out for her hand, desperate to make amends. I thought I thought you left me, he confessed, his voice raw with emotion. Ryan sighed. Why are you here in this condition? You should be at the hospital. She started but got cut off by him. You're leaving because of me, right? Ryan just stared at him for a moment with her piercing gaze before speaking. We have been married for a year. Is there even a moment you remember? She asked and waited for a few seconds for his response, but he just looked down. I vividly remember each and every day, she chuckled bitterly. When I was a kid, a boy broke our window's glasses. I peeked out to see. I could never take my eyes off him. That's when this young boy came into my life. She smiled at the memories, looking into Taehyung's eyes. My life wasn't mine since that day. Wherever he went, I followed, just like his shadow. Came to realize that I was nothing more than a friend to him, but I was happy because it was the truth. He loved someone else. I accepted it because it was the truth. Then I got married to him, but never became his wife. Still, it was okay because it was the truth. Then the day you hugged Sarah, I saw something in your eyes for me. I came to realize it was just my mind playing games. I can't bear it anymore. She looked away with tears in her eyes, smiling. How will I get on the right plane when I'm waiting at the wrong gate? She stood up. I'm not leaving because of you. I'm leaving for you, for myself. As Ryan was about to walk away, Taehyung was quick enough to grab her hand, stopping her on her track. She frowned, looking down at him. He too stood up, holding her shoulders gently. I may be wrong, stupid, asshole, and everything, but I'm not a liar, Ryan. You know that too. Whatever I feel, whatever I say, it's the truth. So listen to it today. I know it might feel sudden. I was late to realize it, but I do. He came closer, cupping her cheeks. You were not standing at the wrong gate. It's just the plane got delayed. And moved away from his hold. You can't do that to Sarah, she sternly said. My heart, my soul, it all belongs to you now, Ryan. It was all my sister and Sarah's plan to make me realize my feelings for you. Ryan chuckled sarcastically. What kind of heart is this, Taehyung? It belonged to someone else yesterday and today it's mine. Don't say that, Ryan. My feelings are genuine. I never lie about them. What if I still leave? What if I want you to prove your genuine feelings? She asked, and his reply was firm. Then I will prove them by not stopping you, but by waiting right here for you, just being yours. Because now I will become your shadow. They stared at each other until the announcement was heard. Ryan's plane that actually got delayed has arrived. She gulped before running towards Taehyung and hugging him tightly. I want you to wait for me, she whispered. Can't handle any more heartbreaks. I'll wait for you. Take your time. And they pulled away. Taehyung kissed her forehead, a silent vow to her that he will prove his love by waiting for her. And with that, Wyan turned and walked away, disappearing into the crowd of travelers as Taehyung watched helplessly, knowing that he deserved it. As the airport bustled around him, Wyan turned one last time to see him and he just gave her a soft smile, waving his hand. As he stood there alone in the empty terminal, he knew that he would be patient until she comes back and becomes his forever and ever.